Alright, in the last one, we had a bit of a delay. This guy's been, like, I don't know if it's been, how long it's been, but this guy's been manipulating us by pretending to be Adam or whatever. Unfortunately, that was kind of spoiled for me. I read like a YouTube comment where they said something like that. I think he telegraphs a little more than most of his kind. Like he's more flashy and has a lot more power, but... Oh. Huh. Are we... Wow. That was cool. Oh yeah, combo. Hey, Sam, let's get out of there. We have something he doesn't have. This is like, well, a screw attack. By the screw attack, I meant to say the space jump. Wait, are we not doing damage to him? Huh. Seems like we aren't. Thought maybe, since we couldn't do any damage to him, I thought maybe we needed a counter with some of those, even though it didn't do the shiny counter thing. But I thought maybe it was special or something. It'd be nice if it loaded up in the fight, but maybe they expect you to think, I might want to get out of here and get some more resources. Skipping the catching would be nice though. That was a counter, oh, bother. Thought I saw the flash of countered like we'll just have to accept that. Oh. all of those, huh? Oh. Actually, maybe that's not a bad idea. I did the wrong thing. Okay, that was epic. Supposed to do a little more there. Alright. Hey, what? Supposed to do missiles or something? Oh. I guess when the one that he hasn't really been doing the one that you're supposed to do. Oh, for real? Oops. Oh, Father. Oh. That's kind of more fitting now. So, I don't know if they're implying that how much involvement he actually had in raising Samus, or if it's just he was weird dude who experimented on as a kid, so he feels like that or something. So he was sort of kinda involved, but not really compared to other people. Oh. I got the right idea, but went in the wrong way. I think we're at the point where I'm going too early. Oh, for... Okay, so it's a special cutscene. We're not actually really doing much ourselves. That worked out surprisingly well. Alright, so just fire. We don't need to actually interact or like press the X button to counter or try to dodge or anything. Ooh. Okay, now he's gonna fly. Cool. Maybe we should just get what we can. Oh, Father. Gonna be a bit dogged, eh? That was interesting. I meant to dodge that. Oh, Father. Misclick. You have to go through the whole thing again, man. Or maybe you don't. Yeah, you do. Seems like there were a lot of power bombs we could have used throughout the game. So I don't know if this is the last boss per se. Now I'm forgetting his attack pattern. This part of the fight. Oh, yeah, I've just totally forgotten it now. Minimal damage anyway, that wide-ranging attack. It's really just meant to draw you in. figure being so large and all. Sorry. I wonder if I should actually just do the spam. I can't do it. No. Oh, Father. Oh, crap. I know I'm probably thinking a lot of things to say more than I'm actually saying, but I'm still thinking about saying. That's probably causing a bit unnecessary distraction. Possibly. If you're facing against the wall. It does take those out, but it does take a lot of prep work. So that portion of the fight is obviously not so much about, well, you just gotta wait for him to do something that you can counter. You're not trying to fire anything. Alright, take your challenge. Just remember to shoot missiles, I guess. Alright, even though you can spam, I think I'm gonna try the charged missiles again. That's interesting. Dodging like that. That works. I'm guessing that's what you're going for with that. I wonder if we could screw attack him. Not really. Huh. That was interesting. Oh. Wrong one. Oh, father. Oh, blew off one of his wings. Now he's the one-winged crow alien thing. Don't need this one either to take on you. That. I was trying to get it to maybe go towards him. Man, there's so many phases, man. I feel like he still can't quite be a final boss, though. Not until he transforms into a giant monster. That's a Metroid final boss. Hey. Now that's not doing any damage. No, I think it is. Maybe as a technicality. Oh. Oh, Father Copper. I'm getting their attacks mixed up. Been here too long. This run's probably bust. I'm just gonna start it over. I'll just do it like this. Well, obviously when he was calling Samus a Metroid, you are literally a Metroid. Well, maybe that transformation is taking place, but he was just being like creepy villain. Because he obviously isn't a Metroid in a literal sense right now. Yeah, you can say, oh, forget about it. we're at the point. I was gonna say we're at the point where firing doesn't actually do anything. Not against him, anyway. Got some power bombs for that too. Yeah, well, obviously there isn't anything special about getting, like, 5 of the lock-on missiles. Like, other than the fact that it takes a while to charge, it really doesn't matter. It takes a while for the yellow to come out. Oops. I was trying to duck under that, but that's probably a bad idea. That kind of worked out last time, but only because he was actually doing the laser sight one. Oops. It's really not a complicated phase. I just keep getting oops. There we go. Let's get a bonus for that. Doing extra damage. Like it's like after activating the cutscene, so he had 5 missiles on it. That move again. Alright, well let's just see what this actually does. Oh, it sends out waves. Okay, well that didn't work. I was trying to dodge under, but again, that didn't work. Because he's directly aiming it, not like just going straight. At least there really isn't like a load screen. Well, that was disappointing. I guess that must have happened before, too. One time I was able to counter actually in the air, but it didn't actually activate like this cutscene. At least it avoided damage. Oops. You wouldn't necessarily need to have all that many missiles for this fight since it's always getting replenished. Then there comes a time when you're sending a whole bunch out at once, like through the multi-hit, so There's that. Okay. I gotta remember his moves this time. That's something I kind of struggle with. Oh. Oh, this one. Right. Oh, father. And tried to dodge. Oops. Oh no. Got him this time. Well, now I have an idea of what that sun attack does. That's just gonna throw me off balance. Well, that was useful. I meant to... Actually, maybe that wasn't something we could dodge. No, this one looks like it. Oh no, I went right. Oh no. Ah, father. Oh, I was pressing down to like go down, simulate going down, but that ain't it at all. That was interesting. I was doing like a sliding dodge, but... Ow. Oh. Counter there, not start. It's too early to think that we can... to start missiling there. I knew that in the past, but I had forgotten it. But we still got into phase 2. I thought we needed to dodge that one super big attack to get to phase 2. I thought that was a prerequisite. attention to what it's actually doing this time. Oh, Father. Oh wow, we're out of missiles. How did that happen? Oh. I don't think that actually does anything to bosses like him. How many more missiles do we have left? I don't know how we used them all. Yeah, so much for that not being a worry. And that just made me nervous, and so started not focusing on... I wonder if that's always the same pattern. It is. Oh, what an annoying addition. Especially since it seems like you did enough. Oh, right, that attack. Oh no, I did it again. Maybe it was just because I was too used to the second phase where it happens like that. Maybe you don't need to be using missiles here either. I want to try it like that. Yeah, that's probably better, actually. That probably would be better. I thought, because, well, it seems like missiles have more penetrating power, so that's kind of where I was getting that from. Hey, what the heck? Well, it's too late now. Oh, Father. Spaced some. Oh man, you really are gonna do it here, huh? Oh, I knew he was gonna do that, but I still tried. We'll see it work there. Alright, well, this time when we get those cutscenes, I'm gonna see if I do the regular attack that works better. Oh. Oh. What? Are we gonna get the ability to Sign Spark without running from him? Is that where this is going? So it occurred to me that, well, I thought he was doing like the flash forward thing from the Aether thing, but I think he's actually Sign Sparking. That was pointless. Yeah, I was trying to... I thought that was the other attack. I really need to stop doing that. Oh, right. Oh, well. That's important for getting resources back. Left this. Yeah. There we go. By left one, I mean my left hand, left fingers. Oh. Alright, now let's see. if he's gonna do a physical attack. Of course, he is shiny blue, so it kind of does make that look like that. Oh. It's not fair to have that and the sun thing going. How do you dodge both of those fucking things? Guess you pay attention to where he's aiming last. Use the Metroid power that he gave you, basically. Grab. Why don't you just grab his arm? Bang, bang. Because I have it now. No, friendship is everything. Or something. What? Why is your helmet getting all crazy funky? Is it like how you absorb like a power suit and then it changes the color, but she's absorbing from a Tozo himself, so now it's like his suit or something? So the rest of the game's actually going to be this like more Tozo-ish looking suit? Is that what that's about? I guess we'll see. Yeah. Man, it looks like a doom demon. Okay, let's just shoot him in the face. Oh no! Well, here's that like boss I was talking about, the transform into a giant monster. Gross. Reminds me of something too. Oh, I see. Is this just cutscene? And it doesn't really matter? Okay, shoot it. Is this gonna be like Cell, where there's one little bit remaining? Alright, oh. Okay, which way are we going? I guess this way? No. Wow. Oh, right there, eh? Yeah, I guess I should have remembered that wouldn't work. Oh, for the love of... Wait a second. I have the space jump. Yeah, I'm probably gonna fail because of that. There's an enemy in here. Okay, that didn't work. Yeah, they put the thing that can waste your most time right there, just by coincidence. It's cool how they always have these big power things with Metroid. Turns out that one thing wasn't the boss, unless it's going to be like at the end of the chase. Minute left. Let's see, where else can we go with this? I don't think they're very significant. Do we want to keep going up? I guess so. We're trying to get to the ship. Oh yeah, that's right. We break down that door. We don't get to see what this place looks like when it's not on fire, apparently.
You drain the ship of its energy.
Do we need to save the animals? It was an X. Why again did the planet explode? It seems like the Chozo, I think that's what happened. It was able to sort of take control of the X, and then after it possessed him, but he was able to regain his consciousness, so that it could dissipate Samus's Metroid powers, so that then she could leave properly. I think that's what that was about. Well, this one's... We're definitely going to have this one as a big hour-long finale, because that's what it is. Fernando Zazo. Where was this game made? In, like, Spain or Mexico or something? These are all Spanish names. Well, it definitely seems like they were making this game in secret. Like, they told everybody about Prime ahead of time, Prime 4, but I guess I did get the impression that Nintendo, or at least like the main branch of Nintendo, wasn't necessarily making it. Hence why it was kept in this secret so long, until like a couple months before it was released. I kind of expected it to end, but not quite right away. It seemed like there was more exploring to do, what with the fact that there was those things that we could only get. Well, with the the Sark spine. Is that what it was called? Anyway, I don't know if maybe that's an ability we now have because we beat the game and collected it from the Chozo dude, because he was using that ability without any running, and he did it horizontally and then vertically, and that's what got me on that one time. Morisawa. Now we're getting into the Japanese names, but like all the programmers were Spanish. And here we're back again. Except for audio technical support. Ats. Yamamoto. And here, Nikki Garcia, believe it or not. Was that Stephen Hughes as a voice actor and the director of the voices? Or was it a bow harp? What is that? Especially since there's a capital H there. Well, that was a cool boss fight, although it did seem somewhat lacking in Big Giant Monster. I mean, it was apparently a pretty personal fight, so that adds to it, but it seems to me like you always fight. I mean, I guess the SAX, it was your Samus clone, but then I think it transforms into a giant monster, and then you beat that up. Then there was a fight by the ship afterwards, I think, or was that Super? Anyway, so yeah, it almost seems like they did well, depending on how far back this was planned, because, Dread was supposed to be a little bit after Fusion, but they called it Metroid. Like, that's just the name of the one enemy that, arguably isn't even the most significant. I mean, it could have been called Space Pirates as far as like the first game goes. But then it's either like a joke or something serious that developed into something serious, or they're planning like pretty early on for the Metroids to be so personally involved with Samus that she actually becomes a Metroid, kind of. So it's like the whole, why can't Metroid crawl? Well, now it actually is kind of literal. Like, you could say that's a Metroid that needs to crawl or not be able to, or whatever. So that's either just a complete joke, or maybe it was serious from the beginning, or just serious that it occurred to them later. But it has to be that tins of humor to it, right? Just under 10 hours. Zero mission? What? Hard mode? Wow. Anyway, that file 1 right there, that was the original that I was played a bit through. That I didn't have the headset in. Okay, what's this all about? New content unlocked in gallery. I'm gonna be honest. I thought, I thought maybe that was like they actually gave you a 0 miss, but in these graphics, that was probably. But that would be asking a lot, of course. But eh, you never know. They could go crazy with it. So did this go to my last save, or did that kind of make a new save? Because that, I know I skipped like a save point. Well, I have not the phaser, the wave beam. Yeah, not the phaser, but the wave beam. So let's see what's past here. Oh, okay. Okay, I did save pretty close to the last boss. Well, now I'm trying to figure out, now I'm trying to figure out just what's going on with those other, well, like, Samus's sip. So that's not something we can ever really get in the game. At least not unless they let us do it now. I wonder if there's like 100% completion bonuses or something. But well, there was that one. Well, there were a couple of them where you needed the speed boost, but I have no idea how you could possibly get that. So I thought, well, for one thing, I didn't think. Well, it was definitely hard boss material in difficulty, but it wasn't. It was maybe from a story perspective, and Samus's story is in particular, and especially, it was climactic, but it seems like it didn't have much to do with this particular story that much. Like you'd think you might have fought like a giant Emmy or an X. But that only happened for like the cutscene ending, so it kind of didn't really go anywhere. Well, the X really didn't really go anywhere. I mean, they did, I guess, but like it took possession of that Zozo. But I'm not sure if they were, and of course it made for different enemy types, but. It just seemed like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to find that, one of those spots that I was talking about where it needs the, maybe, well, where's the global map? Because we can just, we should do it like this. Let's see, is it here? You can probably leave by now if you want to. I'm not really going to say anything too profound, other than just express my puzzlement at the fact that there were things that, I'm just trying to find one of those locations, I suppose. Maybe you were supposed to go down here in the water. Well, there were parts where you needed a sign spark. I'm trying to find those places to show them off. Because, well, apparently we have everything in the game. So apparently that means we can acquire everything. But I just have no idea how now. I might not even find one of those. Because, I mean, the game's over, so, it was really good. But, I'm confused by that. Because there were a couple places like that where they had these sign spark areas that were, well, that seemed kind of impossible to acquire, to me anyway. I'm not sure why they have as many power bombs as they do. You don't really use the power bombs in this game. Or were we there already? Or did I check it, I mean, already? Well, I might just let it go, but, like, power bombs weren't really that useful for offensive purposes, since you need to charge them up. You can't just lay them down right away by, like, selecting them. So, it would have been useful in the final boss, but it seemed like it was faster to just shoot out the missiles, or at least you were more mobile when you're doing that. I guess, you know, you also have to charge that out, so maybe I was just, maybe I'm off base on that. Probably am. Oh well. Well, that's Metroid Dread. Well, I know we're not gonna do Majora's Mask next. At this point, well, the N64 Online came out, and I'm pretty sure that was confirmed that that's going to come eventually, so that's probably when we're going to wrap that project up. I'm not going to do it until then, I don't think. Like, I could fight the N64 and hope and pray that it's going to work, or I could just wait for that to come out, so that'll be when we finish that. Hopefully it's not the N64 as a whole that's broken, but, well, now I'm talking about something else entirely other than this project. But I guess I'm just trying to figure out, well, what we're going to do next. I mean, I don't really need to worry about that for a while, because I recorded a bunch of these, like, there's at least 2 weeks worth, if they're all cut to a half an hour, except for this one. Anyway, there's like 2 weeks worth left to be uploaded at this point, since I recorded like at least a little bit every day, probably at least an hour. So, I mean, as of this time, I think only 2 parts are uploaded, and we're probably at least up to 20, so I don't really need to do anything with this for a while. Okay, here's one. You have the beam block, so you shoot that. You have a pitfall. You can shoot over there, but then you have this. Okay, you have bomb block, and then you have speed booster block, and you can't do that. So is that something like a? No, they're not going to lock that behind hard mode. Like you get the ability to speed boost through here. Is it like something? What's this? That's the speed boost. This is ball. And you can see it kind of shimmer when I press the speed boost button, but it doesn't do anything. So you can't do it like that. Well, for that matter, I guess it does it, even when you're standing. That's interesting. Morph Ball. Oh, does that have anything to do with it? Let's see, that was down here, I believe. Maybe it wasn't. This is one of those, we already figured out how to do that. Just didn't bother with it. Okay, here it is. Well, bomb block. Speed booster. How do you got the speed boost here? And only here? I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. Let's say you speed boost through here. Then you assign spark. I mean, I don't think you can. I thought they might have said that, but. Okay, you can do angles. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything for, like, this one. I don't think that's enough of an angle. Like you can't angle from like here to down there, I'm sure. What happens if you do I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. Well, I just don't understand it. Obviously people do, because I'm sure people have 100% of this game, but not me, man. Not without a guide, and as far as I'm concerned, if you use a guide, then what's the point? Okay, maybe I understand you doing that to finish the game, but if you're gonna do that for 100%ing, I mean, isn't the point of doing the task to kind of discover it and to, you know, develop your own skill? And if you use a guide for that, then isn't that just trivialize it? So it's like, oh, I 100% of this game, but it doesn't mean anything if you just looked up, you know, where to go to do something. Then it's like looking it up is this the same as doing it at that point, because you aren't discovering it. It seems to me. I understand there have to be some kind of exceptions, but it just kind of seems that way to me. Anyway, like I said, you know, this hasn't really been like, this would be classified as like post content, even though it's going to be part of the same like recording. This is just like me ranting at the end. I probably actually, I think isn't Pokemon coming out pretty soon? Like the Sinnoh remakes. That was my first you know, Pokemon game, so it really kind of means a lot to me, to be honest. What happens if you Science Spark while you're fully charged? What happens if you fire while you're in the middle of Science Spark? Doesn't look like anything. Okay, well, I'll look up when Pokemon comes out, and I might play that, because, well, I always wanted to do the, you know, Diamond and Pearl, except that that's on the DS, which would be complicated, so now might be a good time for that. We could play something new, well, semi-new again. But it'll be on the Switch, so we won't have to like swap around all the cords again. Granted, I did figure out a more efficient way of doing that. Yeah, you know what? By the time this series is done, like finished being uploaded, that game will definitely be out. I don't know when it is, but I'm pretty sure it's in October, and we're already at the end of October. If it isn't, then it'll at least be a lot closer. Anyway, now that I'm done with this series, I should probably focus on other things while these episodes go out. That'll go over for a long period of time. I just need to edit them all now. That'll be annoying. Deciding what to do with the description and everything. At least it'll be all just be that. I need to concentrate on that and think. But I also need to record some more because there won't be anything left to record. So we can just focus on watching the parts and saying, okay, let's name it, give it this title, and give it this description. Experimented with doing more descriptions towards the end of Fire Emblem. 3 Houses. So I saw a channel that that did that, so I thought I'd try it. Okay. So there's a chance we'll play the Sinnoh remakes next, but if not that, then it'll either be another Switch game, or it won't. Might be a different N64 game at this rate.